Smash Acquaintances!
Hey buddies, and welcome to Super Smash Acquaintances, where we try and prove interview by interview that everybody loves video games. I'm your host, Abou, and today I'm here with Cale Bracker. Now let's set our ground rules.
Today's guest chose F.E.A.R 3, playing the commute on Commando with no practice for over a year. Let's go.
Who's your favorite Smash Bros. Character?
My favorite Smash Brothers character is Toon Link. I really like the way that he can kind of float around the landscape, but he has pretty good hard-hitting swordsmanship, from his down A, which I use a lot just to drop down. And anybody who plays me in my house would be able to tell you that. My roommate, for one, he always picks up on what my combo is going to be, because I'm going to drop down and I'm going to spin with his up B, I think it is, where he does his right thing. So, if you talk to my roommate, he'll tell you a lot of times how you can pick up on my combos pretty quick. I actually kind of have a few different tiers. So I've got, Toon Link is great, but then the other two of my top kind of three would probably be Ganondorf and Ike. Ike, obviously another one where you can kind of spam some of your combos and people can pick up on it, but it's just he's a powerful character. He's fast. He has decent recovery. You could definitely throw yourself off the side, but for the most part, he's pretty powerful. So Ganondorf being my number 3, and honestly probably the one I play best with. He's so powerful, and people always complain that he's really slow, but I think he totally makes up for it with a lot of his moveset. So
what's your favorite type of game?
my favorite type of game is usually things that are really open to the player, where you can kind of go out and you have to discover on your own exactly what things might mean about the game. So, the creators have put all these things, all these kind of toys for you to run around and mess around with. I guess a good example of something like this would be like Grand Theft Auto. Just Cause 2 is another one that I've played that I really like. Just being able to go out and find this thing that explodes a certain way that it doesn't any other place in that world, or something like that. Another couple of really good games that I really like their style and the way they work are Naughty Dog games like Uncharted or The Last of Us, because not only do they do really well with the mechanics and the way that you're going to be moving around this world and all of the things that you can discover on your own, but the story is very compelling and you keep with the characters. I think for me that can be one of the most important things, not only in video games, but also just in culture in general, having a very good story. If we look at movies and stuff like that, the explosions and stuff like that are really cool for a short time, but the story is what really stays with you forever. And then I guess the other games I could think of are the Batman Arkham games. I really like all the little things that you can discover, all the information that is built into this game about this world that you're encountering. It's not a face value game. It's something where you're actually taking something with you into your life, because Batman is a really good example too, because just in culture, how prevalent he is, not just in video games but in movies and comic books. You can talk a little more educated with people about things you know a little more about.
What are you playing right now?
I just recently finished Super Mario World 3D, which is it's not quite it's like the third game that I've beat on my Wii U, but first Mario game like that I've ever beaten. So yeah, like just a platformer. I don't play too many platformers. So
did you get to Bowser or did you get to Champions Road?
Is Champions Road the
super secret
where you take the jet or whatever up?
I don't remember how you get there. I think you take a couple of rockets to get there.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
I know I've beaten Bowser, so yeah, I am at the like
Okay.
outside of the Earth's atmosphere.
I think you beat Bowser in World 6, but I think the game ends in like World 9.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I have a lot to beat.
I also got to World 6, but in the previous episode, my brother showed me around World 9 a little, and it was it's difficult. But what else are you playing?
Yeah, and then other than that, really a lot of Grand Theft Auto 5. You know, I still haven't gotten over the game. I don't know. It's just something that every time I pick it up, I find something new, or I have a little more fun with it. Doing crazy stuff, running from the cops.
We met amiibo hunting. What do you do with your amiibo?
Yeah, well, as you well know, I am a new in-box collector. So I only have North Americans or the Super Smash Brothers series, nothing else. And I'm not going to go outside of that. So I ended up getting just about all of Wave 4. I'm missing just Ness now, and I think I have somebody I'm going to get it from. But I'm feeling pretty good about it. I did kind of start collecting later, though, as I think I told you guys when I met you guys the first time. Out at Toys R Us when we stayed up all night. So I actually started back in March of this year. I mean, quite a bit after most of the people had started and acquired most of their collection. But I picked up just about everything that month. I was really lucky. I got my tax return back, so that helped a little bit. But
What's a good gaming memory from growing up?
I have a few different memories. I actually didn't start playing games until quite a bit later. I mean, probably the earliest thing that I can remember is when my family had a computer down in my dad's office in the basement of our house. Occasionally, not very often, but occasionally he let us play games on there. And there was really only like a couple different games, but they were like the ones that came with a gateway computer back then. There was one in particular. It was a tank game, so you had to drive around these barriers, and I remember just the feeling of having to create a world to go along with it, because at that point there wasn't really much for graphics, at least not in my world where I have this gateway computer, as opposed to all these kids who have consoles like an N64 or Sony or excuse me, Sega or something like that. I guess that's the thing is it does take a bit of creativity for games like that, and that's part of what makes them fun. Also, I've played a couple text-based games before that you have to totally just make up everything for yourself, even though they don't provide any pictures. So that's kind of the same vein, I guess. There is the whole creative flair. Other than that, like the first thing I ever got is my grandmother got us Game Boys, and it was a Game Boy Advance SP, and I had to have been like 13, 14. I mean, not at the usual age that kids start playing with video games. So, I mean, that's probably one of the earliest things. I thought it was just the coolest thing ever.
What's your favorite game?
My favorite game is Batman Arkham City.
Thanks for watching. You can find me, Adman Abou, on Twitter at Advntrbuddy01. A is the only vowel in adventure.
And you can find me at Cale Whale.
Thanks for watching.
Like and subscribe.